Snapback coach, Snapback to Shauna. It's good to be a part of your show, young lady.
504. We have somebody else on the line, but they haven't dropped it. It's probably one of my private investors. They love us, Nemo. They love to see us go live.
Talking about, if y'all new to the show, this is Snapback coach, better known as Snapback to Shauna, Snapback Phenomenal Show. Y'all tuning in all around the world. Y'all welcome into our show.
90 days around the world. We don't play. Hey, Jared. Jared's in the house. Jared, this is Nemo 504, and we're doing the Snapback Phenomenal Show. And so, Jared, I will be on his show on the 24th, Nemo.
That's what I'm
That's
talking about.
that's not this Monday. That's not. Yeah.
Love and positivity around the whole wide world, no matter where you at, no matter where you're tuning in from. You could be any race, you could be any color. We don't care. We love you over here in the Snapback Phenomenal Show because we here to show love. We here to show positivity. We here to bring that motivation, inspiration, and encouragement around the whole wide world for the grace of God.
Days around the world. Hey, Jaden, welcome. Welcome. Today, we are part of the Snapback Phenomenal Show, and that is Mr. 504, the phenomenal king himself. So, today is going to be a little bit different. We do real life talk, but today we're going to talk about how not to let social media ruin your life. Whether you're a content creator, whether you are a private investor, or even whether you a consumer. You come on here, and we want to make sure it don't take over your life. Some people don't have friends in the real world because um YouTube have become their friend. There's nothing wrong with YouTube, but in a digital world, people not always who they seem, but also you still need friends in the real world because you live in a real world. YouTube is like a bubble. And so Mr. Nemo, pop the bubble. Saying you can't monetize in a bubble because we get caught in protection thinking that we're immune from life situations. So, Nemo, I'm about to ask you a question. I know you're not on YouTube as much as you used to be. You've changed some things and you're even changing your lifestyle by eating healthier, exercising, your mind becoming clearer. You already was reading and helping yourself so that you'll be positioned and have wholesome conversations and be able to relate to people in the real world. Tell us what we could do or how social media have almost ruined your life.
Media was causing me to get a lack of sleep. Everybody needs sleep. Look, first of all, if y'all in here, hit that like button for Snapback. We see 14 people in here without no likes. Hit that like button for Snapback Queen over here. But yeah, look, social media, some of y'all might not know me. I was on YouTube 14, 16 hours a day. I was not getting sleep. I was watching content all day. I was getting up, watching more content. I was taking vacations, watching content, even, and it wasn't giving me no time for myself. You got to take time for yourself. You got to enjoy yourself. You got to have time for yourself. Even if it's meditating, you're writing a journal, you're reading books, you're exercising, whatever to bring peace of mind to yourself. You want to have a peace of mind. I'm not saying YouTube brings you a peace of mind, but it drains your mind. You could be more tired from watching content than actually going to run a lap around the block because you ended up watching so much content and it's draining to you. It's really draining. Like, but I still do watch content, but I limit myself to 1 to 2 hours a day. Not too much time. I still do love to show love to my supporters, but it can ruin your life from absorbing so much of it where you're not even part of the real world no more because you're stuck on YouTube. You're stuck in this trap where you feel like you're obligated to go watch all these people's videos too that's showing you love. And some people are not even showing you real love. They're not watching your videos all the way through. They might be saying they watching your videos all the way through. They might be watching 30 seconds. Who knows what them people really doing over there? But and I'm just being real. Some people ain't gonna show you that real love. Like so. Make sure that they're part of your tribe. If they are part of your community, part of your tribe, make sure they're really sticking true to their word. And you're gonna see through some people. Like you're just gonna see through some people. Like like positive vibes, just smile. That's in the chat. Boogie time. They've been with me. Ellen Smile. Ellen Smiles has been with me for a very long time. Positive Vibes was actually one of the first three people that stuck with me since the very, very beginning. So shout out to Positive Vibes, Just Smile. I knew her even before I started having a community. I started promoting that on my channel. She was always really there for me. Since the very, very beginning. And I met Boogie Time along the ride as well, and Ellen Smile along the ride. And they've been here with me with my whole journey. So shout out to all three of them who's in the chat right now. And they know how much love I used to be on YouTube, showing so much love and how it was draining me. I was overweight. I wasn't getting proper sleep. And you need sleep at least. I mean, I say at least 6 to 8 hours. Sometimes I only get 4 hours, but I tell you, it's better than 2 hours. It's better than two and a half, 1.5 hours of sleep. And reading more. I've been reading books like crazy, articles, books, trying to educate my brain as much. I just read a book yesterday. It was a phenomenal book. I just read some articles. Like the past 2 or 3 days. I just been reading, reading, reading. I got some more books on the way. I'm going to continue to read. I'm going to continue to educate myself. And it's always good to make your brain exercise your brain because you don't want to just be watching videos all day and you lose track of reading or your mental abilities, because you are very smart. And I feel like reading can educate you more than anything, even if it's just 30 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day. Read a little something and not just read comments on YouTube. Y'all might say, I do read, I do read. I read the comments on YouTube. I'm talking about go read an article or something, like be over there, read them articles, read a book. I like reading that. I like reading investment books. I've been reading a couple of Boogie Time books over there. I got books on my shelf. I got a couple Warren Buffett books. I got a couple, a lot of books. I've been reading all type of books. I read a couple articles this week about, YouTube and other things and what the future might bring in a couple of years, stuff like that. I'm trying to just educate my brain in general. So,
First of all, thank you for everybody that came in. Can you guys see me? Ask them because I'm not sure they could see me on the screen or the other screen. I'm frozen. So I think people can't see me. I don't know if they can hear me. If you guys could hear me, press a one. Hey, hey, Lashonda, Lashana, success. uh, Positive vibe with my daughter. If you guys could see me, please press a one. Oh, you see me? Okay. Now I'm back alive. I was frozen, and so we're excited that you all are here. Boogie Time. Your community is so important to you. Boogie Time said we should do the Snapback Phenomenal Show. So that's what we're doing. We're coming together, but Nemo have life has taken a different spin. He was saying he didn't have any time for himself or his family. He didn't say his family. Nemo have a rambunctious little kid, and so you have to take out time for him because little children, but even big children. I have a grown son. When I'm on social media and we're around him and his wife, they used to tell me I don't do it now like I did when I was on Facebook. They like, Mama, that's all you do is get on social media. So they were saying like a little kid, we want some of your attention too. And so we have to be careful that we're not pouring our best into other people. And then when it comes to our family, whether you're married, whether you have a mama, that you with a daddy, a cousin, a sister, a brother. My brother called me every morning and sometime at night in between. And my family, my little brother, he was upset because I wouldn't go out to eat with him. He said, I'm trying to spend some time with you. I want to take you out to eat. And he was paying for it. But sometimes you get absorbed in the social media till you don't even understand that real life, digital world is okay, but some people are stuck in the digital world. You still have to have a real life outside of here. And if you don't, this social media, and I'm not just saying this platform, social media will rob you out of being everything God created you to be. You know, I'm I'm happy for Boogie Time. I'm so happy that she wrote a book. Somebody could read about her book. But just being on here, you do learn things about content creators. You learn what they want you to learn. So everything you see is like a glimpse. It's not the whole. So if you don't have the whole picture, you see me out in the public. I'm chatty. I like to talk, but I'm not as chatty as I used to be. Because people tell you things like one of my sisters told me I was loud and common. So I'm now more cautious when I speak. But we have to make sure we taking our time for ourselves. So I asked him, to tell. And now tell us some more about your workout routine, Nemo.
But at work, I work overnight, so I have to be like on a strict routine. I do 15,000 to 30,000 steps a day at work, basically. Like last night, I did 26,000 before, well, 27,000 before I got off of work. And besides going on the treadmill today, I walked 45 minutes on the levee because I wanted to go spend a little time with my mama, because that's where we dumped our ashes at, and I ain't been there in a while. I said, let me go take a walk with my mama today. And I was really gonna just act like I was talking to my mama the whole time while I was live, like he was right there with me. But it turned into me explaining a little bit about my mama. And sometimes you gotta walk outside. It's not always about walking on a treadmill. You can find a park, you can find a levee, you can find a place that you can just go walk at. A walking place. And I like to go walk by the levee sometimes. Because that's where we put my mama's ashes. It's right in the river, and that's where she was at. So, I like to spend time with my mama. That's how I feel like I could be connected with her a little more, even though she's gone. I feel like, that was my queen growing up. I always looked up to my mama. She was the ultimate hustler, the ultimate grinder, and she always made it happen for the family. So, I mean, no matter what we was going through, your mama was always there for you. So that's why I show support to my mom. And I like walking outside, like, man, I'm glad I made it to my car in time because it started raining as soon as I got back to my car. So if I would have got too far down the road, I would have got soaked up. I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today. But see, that's why I like having a treadmill at home too, because usually on a treadmill I try to walk between an hour and a half to 2 to 3 hours, depending on what I set as a goal for that day. Some days it could be I set up 450 calories. Some days it could be 1,000 calories. And if I'm trying to burn more calories, I put the incline on 10, which is the highest incline my treadmill can go on, and I like to feel like I'm climbing up a mountain or something, and it does burn, a little bit more calories. But I've been doing a couple sit-ups too and lifting a little bit of weights. I'm trying to get my weight up though. I'm trying to lift more weights. I need to get a bench so I can start turning some of this flubber into muscle. But you know that I'm trying to be like Hulk Hogan, rip that shirt off.
Keep the shirt on, Nemo. I want to engage a little bit with the audience, Nemo, and then I'll let you go. Ellen Smile says, positive, smile, and say facts. We can't let social media dictate our whole life, because if we do, then we miss out on what's going on. Ellen said, that's right, Nemo. Get 3 to 4 hours a night, and it's exhausting. It is, because we're not required to sleep that less. It really is damaging. I could tell you from experience, and I'm gonna do a recorded message on that. And Boogie say hey to everyone. Positive say hello, hello everyone. You know, um, Ellen say you kept going in, and I don't know how. I don't know how either, because I used to be like, you should sleep. Overnights are so hard. It'll deteriorate your body. You start having medical problems and stuff and don't know why. And then Ellen say you did it.
Social media, they got people that's addicted to games that stay on games for 15, 16 hours. And there's even some people that's really weird with the games. Like they keep a piss bottle next to them and stuff. Like if it gets that bad that you gotta have a 2 liter bottle sitting next to you, or a gallon bottle or water or something, and you using that as your restroom because you're so lazy to go to the bathroom, which is like 20 steps down the hall. When you're addicted to a game like that, you got issues. I don't know what to tell you, cause I don't watch some shows and seeing people's house get raided and stuff. Like You got a piss bottle next to your computer or a piss bottle next to your PlayStation? I mean, is it that serious? Well, you don't want to get off the game? Well, you gotta come on now, something ain't right. Like that means you got a bad addiction. You need to limit because there's people that stay on the game for 24, 48 hours straight. I don't know how they do it. I've never been a hardcore gamer besides back in my earlier days when I was on probation and I had to be inside at 7 o'clock, and I had to find something to be productive after 7, because everybody else is going to the movie theaters, everybody else is going bowling or going out to dances. I had to be in at 7, so I had to find something to be productive with and spend my time wisely because it was boring going inside at 7 o'clock at night. But I made the mistake and I had to do stuff. So, but I was a bad kid. It wasn't like I did too like many bad things. I was just a bad little rugrat. Y'all make mistakes when you're young. Just as long as you don't make the mistakes when you get old and you learn from your mistakes. Look at her eating her sandwich on the live. You hungry over there, huh? You ain't eat your lunch before you got on this thing? Breakfast. As long as it ain't no fruity.
No, it ain't no fruity pebbles in it. Not tricks either, because tricks is for rabbits, you silly kids.
Like, as long as because I don't got a problem with cereal, but I feel like cereal, like, it ain't a good healthy choice. They do got vitamins in it and stuff like that, but some people get the wrong kind of cereal.
A wrap and I ate it. Uh,
You must have went to go see your niece today.
Man, I brought my brother to the store. I was gonna go see my niece. I went seeing her last night. Um, Boogie said, "Don't let us talk at the same time," but I'll be trying to listen to him anyway. But we appreciate everyone that's in the audience and sharing your experience, because Nemo was talking about addiction. He right, addiction is so strong and powerful that it create a chemical in your brain that it give you a feel good. And so unless you acknowledge that you have an addiction, most people will be addicted and they say the thing, you'll hear them say, oh, I don't have to do it. I want to do it. I don't have a gambling problem. I like gambling. And they can't pay their bills or whatever, or eating or overeating. Addictions come in many forms. It's anything that take over your everyday life. You could be addicted to your children. You so
So you used to have to call the plug man up and be like, "Yo, come swing by my house real quick." Come swing over here and stuff like that. But there's many addictions. You could be addicted to porn. You could be addicted to anything. Like I'm just saying, you could be addicted to so many different things and you don't know about it. You know, and people have to realize that there's so many different kind of addictions out here, and it could take up so much of your time if you let it take up your time. And YouTube is an addiction. Because some people could really get lost up on YouTube. And like, let's just say you're watching people's lives. You might be watching lives for 15 hours straight and not realize it. But it is. It's an addiction. People could be addicted to soft drinks and anything else. Like, I try to limit myself to at least, I say I was two. I probably up myself to about three cold drinks a day, or soft drinks, whatever y'all want to call them, colas a day now. So, but it ain't as bad as it used to be. It used to be 8 to 10 a day, but I limit myself now.
PG Bishop. I think is before even me and Nemo started talking. I just think sometimes I don't know if a lot of users are on at this time, but sometimes or the weather is bad. They have a lot of elements why it could be freezing. But I'm excited that you guys are staying, and I hope that it is a boogie time. I hope that it is edifying and you all are enjoying it too. I pray for you because I got stuck in the elevator last week. Yeah, I mean, oh, pray for you. Okay, we'll pray for you, Jaden. You know I love to pray for people. Okay, I wasn't sure it was just me. No, I could see myself freezing on my line, and then you guys. That's why I asked that question. It's just that's just how it is today, and I appreciate you all. Hey, Evangeline, I want to pray for before they leave, Jaden, because I believe if somebody asks you for prayer, that's the least thing we could do. I ask you guys to press your thumb up, put your thumbs in the air, party hardy like you just really care. So we just pray for you, Jaden. We pray because if you got stuck in the elevator, sometimes things that may seem simple to one person, it could be devastating to another person. And I'm glad that you wasn't afraid to share because guess what? We all have some things that feel traumatic to us because at the time it is. So what something is maybe big to you, it may be little to me. Something big to me may be little to you. So Father, we just thank you, God. We worship you, we adore you, we magnify your name. God, you're Alpha, Omega, beginning and end. God, we thank you for your faithfulness. We thank you for your tender kind and your love and mercy. God, we thank you for each person on this platform, no matter even if it's is not operating how we wanted to. We still thank you that the message is going forward, and each person is interacting with each other, and also for the replays. Let it be still a good experience, Father. Father, we worship you. We thank you. We love you. We ask you, Father. We lift up Jaden for you, Jaden, to you, God. You say that you care about us so much that very hair on our head, you know each hair particle that's in our scalp. You love us so much, God, that you gave your son. So, Father, I just lift up my friend, my sister, my brother, whoever they are, one of my babies. I lift them up, Father, and I ask you, God, to take and heal that place where the enemy tried to distract or hurt so that they will not have a fear of elevators. God, you say perfect love casts out all fears. And you say you have not given us the spirit of fear, but love and power and a sound mind. The enemy operates in fear because if we are afraid of something, we won't do the things that we need to do to get to the other side. Sometimes people are afraid to cross over the bridge, and we have to get to the bridge to get where we're going. So, Father, I ask you turn around what the enemy meant for harm and let this person be able to overcome it. Not just the fear of elevators. They got people afraid of dogs. They're afraid of heights. I used to be afraid of heights. I used to be afraid of the dark.
Oh, I didn't mean to stop. I just want to. You was all in your rhythm. Keep going, babe.
So we just lift up Jaden, Father, and I want them to know that we all have a fear of something, but we don't have to stay locked in that fear because you are the one who unlock all the doors that we're afraid of. And as we talk about this social media, God, we don't want social media to take over anyone's life, God. That is so demanding that we have to be on here day and night, night and day, that we start even thinking about what can I do that I don't have to be on here all the time. How can I get my needs met? Father, we love you, we worship you, we adore you. God, we don't want to just get caught up in this digital world. This digital world is not real, God. We want to have communication and relationship with the outside world. We want to tell someone, "Oh, you look good today. Oh, you have a beautiful smile." We want to connect with the people that is in this real world because there's so many people hurting. So Father, we thank you as we convey our what happened to us on social media because it happened to a lot of us. We wake up. Some of us can't go to sleep because we got to check every email. We got to check everything to make sure we don't miss anything. It's not just this platform; it's a lot of platforms. They are addictive, and it was created that way so that we can get caught up in the life of digital worlds. So Father, I just ask you for favor in the name of Jesus Christ. I ask you let this person and whomever else let us acknowledge and recognize when we're addicted to something because our addiction should be towards you, Father God. That's the first thing we should be seeking your face early in the morning, late at night, throughout the day. So each person.
People be like, oh, only go to church on Sundays. I don't pray until Sunday. You should be praying every day. What you mean you only pray on Sundays? You should be praying every day. You know.
Amen, amen, amen. Let Nemo say amen, amen. Let the church say amen, amen, amen. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you, PG, Bishop. Bishop, this is my first time seeing you in here. You are welcome. Every day I'm on live. Nemo is on live periodically, and this is the Snapback Phenomenal Show, and I'm on live every day for the month of June, so that I could connect with my audience, and plus I'm gonna be real and honest, so I can get monetized. So I'm on here, and every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central Time and 8 o'clock Sunday Central Time PM. And I'm doing that. I'm gonna keep my same schedule so that my audience get used of it. Consistency is so important. I see the audience saying prayer changes things, and Boogie, prayer changes us. Sometimes our heart is bitter. Sometimes we hurt. Sometimes we broken, and we want God to change people, but He'll change us, and we'll look at them in a different light. Lushanda says, huh?
Even if it's the little blessings that God throws in your life, you better recognize them little blessings. You better cherish them little blessings, and you better utilize them blessings every chance you get.
My niece in the house. KC say, what's up, Nemo?
Jamaica in the house. I seen VC up in New York. Is that new? I gotta watch it. I was telling Snapback that earlier. I said I seen VC up in New York. I didn't watch the whole video because I was on break. I watched 2 minutes. I gotta go check out in the States. Times Square. Shout out to Keith.
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to connect with you, KC, because I told my sister, she said going to Miami. I said we should just go to Jamaica because it would probably be cheaper than Miami. So I told her,
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. We need to be swimming in that water. You know how it is. Jamaica got the best water. Big up, big up. Let's go. Let's go to that.
I went to I went to Hell, Jamaica, and I went to Cayman Island when I went to Jamaica. So yeah,
I want to go Jamaica, man.
I
I have to go.
want to do another cruise. Not right away. I want to be able to get around and move.
Jamaica see the pretty water, man. See the pretty water. See the pretty water in Jamaica, man. Let's go have some water in Jamaica. Let's go swimming in the pretty water. Very nice and blue. Let's go. Come follow me, St. James, Montego Bay. Let's go. Follow Nemo to the Caribbean, to the Jamaica, man. Let's go Jamaica, meet BC, meet KC. Oh, y'all know I love Jamaica. I love Jamaica. Shout out to KC, shout out to VC, shout out to all the Jamaicans out there. Shout out to everybody around the whole wide world, but y'all know I gotta go to Jamaica one day. So shout out to Jamaica, man. Dominican Republic, and she fell off her raft, and she said it was so hard she thought she was gonna drown. She couldn't get back on her raft, and then she said her nails was done. She had to pop off all her nails to grip onto the raft. She had all her nails on. She had to pop them all off to get on the raft because she was gonna float away. But Jamaica, man, got to go to Jamaica.
That's not Jamaican.
Jamaica, then there's no reason for you to come to Jamaica. So I'm gonna have to get used to that, because I'm not gonna be doing no driving when I'm in Jamaica. I'm not in
I'm not used to that. We might have to hire a limousine driver.
Uber over there in Jamaica, or what they got. Maybe a taxi, yellow cab, a red cab. I don't know what they got. They got something over there. Somebody's trying to make some money. Somebody's trying to make some money over there. So somebody's gonna be driving somewhere.
So,
Snapback. I wanted to ask you, how's that go along? You got any vegetables growing in that thing yet?
tomato flowers. I'm excited to show when the tomatoes. Yeah, your plants produce a flower before they produce the fruit. So the flower, I got a couple of flowers. You can drive here, man. Casey said you'll be able to drive there. High ounce, ounce. Yeah.
Didn't you say you and I was gonna be doing something soon or something like that? Maybe I could talk about that another time. I don't know. What's the you and ounce? No, you and ounce. I thought you and ounce might be going live soon or somebody you said.
Oh, it's gonna be on the 24th of this month. But a couple of people want me to go live with them, and I don't mind. Ounce of Paradise said she want to go live, so she said she was gonna email me. So I don't mind. I mean, I remember when you first went live with me, learning how to do it, just walking people through it and stuff. I don't mind. I feel like the more I help other people, the more that I'm gonna be helped. And I know some people are shakers and makers, and some are fakers and takers. And you know what? You can't take nothing that God have for me because you might think that you taking it, but I know and I can see. I see you, baby. I see you, baby. What they say. I ain't new to the game. I'm true to the game. The projects taught me a lot. Are you? We just me and Nemo is just chilling. This is the Snapback Phenomenal Show where we talk about real life situations, how to make it practical. And today we talking about don't let social media take over your life. There's so many things that draw us, pull us. There's an addiction. We could be addicted to just addicted. Addiction is whenever something take over your life where you have no longer control over it. It seemed like you be having too much fun. I do have fun, Bounce. I'll be enjoying it. I mean, so this is what I love to do. And so I'm happy. And then see Nemo he like to be a clown. He over there with his hat on and, just performing. He just a performer. But yes, I like to have fun. And so yeah.
Live your life sometimes. You can't be all serious all the time. Now it is good to be serious. And if certain people come in your live, be serious with the people in your live. Don't let the people come on your show and clown you. And don't let them people come over here trying to broadcast their channel all on your live. Like if y'all go to LaShawna's live, she gonna let you know straight up. I'll be coming over here with that up. Like certain people, like don't come over here. Like this is what I don't like. Like let's just say, like how me and Snapback's live right now. She's running the show, and you come over here up in her live talking about, look, everybody, I'm going live in 5 minutes. Y'all coming to my channel? Knowing that Snapback's live right now, and you coming over here to broadcast your live so you could basically tell her people to go over there to your channel in 5 minutes. That's not something I recommend. Just set a live time and tell people what time you're going live. Like to me, it's disrespectful coming in other people's lives and you telling them advertising your brand. Like, and it's good to advertise your brand, but if somebody's live and you telling them you going live, I'm about to go live, come over here to my channel. Like, no, to me that's disrespectful. Like, and I'm not, I wouldn't disrespect nobody like that. Like, I wouldn't be going everybody's live talking about I'm going live in 2 minutes. That's not something I would do. Like for real, if Snapback's live right now and like somebody just came in here talking about they going live in 2 minutes, to me that's very disrespectful. I mean,
Is and guess what? If I don't correct them right away, I will correct them because it's adequate. Is as as I could be generous and I could be kind. I'm definitely not a pushover, and nor am I a sucker. So trust me, if you do it wrong, I will get you back, and I will also put you in your place, and I will do it with honor and respect. Because even if you don't honor and respect me, I will still do it where you gonna still feel it. But I did it respectfully, and that's how I roll.
so like why do that to somebody else? I say, look, did you just go into somebody's live? Do y'all know blah 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 is going live? Don't do that. Like, I mean, y'all could do it if y'all want to, but to me, I ain't gonna do that to somebody else's live. I'm just gonna go live on my channel. Like if I was to go live, I'm just gonna go live on my channel. Have set times like how LaShawna has lives Monday through Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How Snapback, she's going live Wednesday at 4 p.m. I mean, or Sunday at a certain time. There's people that set certain lives, and I just seen it in so many people's lives, and I'm like, that's disrespectful. Like, I mean, I don't say nothing, no, I just be watching in the background, and I let people do their own little thing, and then I see people arguing about the stuff, like. I'm not with all the back and forth no more. I'm just gonna let you know now. I like a peace of mind. If you don't, I might be in your live, but you might not know I'm in your live. Cause I might not even say a word. I might just be sitting there listening. Cause I don't want to be a part of it. I'd rather have a peace of mind knowing that nobody knows I'm there, but I'll be supporting that person at the same time. And nobody has to know I'm there. It is what it is.
And because especially like I'll be when you I need to know to say no, and I don't always say no. So I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing it. But I want to support you, and that's my way of supporting you. Hey, resilient queen, and somebody else popped in here too. Boogie was talking about boundaries. We don't talk about boundaries enough, and we don't talk about boundaries. We don't set up boundaries where people don't get that just have that liberty and freedom. I respect everybody. You may do something to me on your channel. If you do it, then I'll make sure I distance myself. But also, you're not coming over here. You're not gonna disrespect my audience because God gave me responsibility for them. So guess what? That's what we ain't gonna do. You might come on here and you may get away with saying that's a little slick stuff with me, but we're not going to disrespect my audience because that's not how I roll. You have to be respectful. And if you're not, I will give you a warning. I will even put you in a timeout like a child. But if you still can't conduct yourself, I haven't blocked anybody yet, but they got block on here. If I have to block you, then I will. Nemo, I'm gonna put you in timeout. Putting that light off and on. I'm scared of the dark. I told you that.
I was looking at something real quick. Look, shout out to the phenomenal family over here, guys. Let me put them in the background real quick. The phenomenal family. Do y'all know the phenomenal family? Right here in the background, we got Also Ravishing, LaShawna Success herself, Mama Bowman Living. We got Miss Do It Yourself. We got Boogie Time TV. And we got me. There we go. Y'all know the phenomenal family. Phenomenal weekend. Another phenomenal weekend coming real soon. Maybe to a city near you. Who knows? We might be doing tours soon. We might be doing tours all around the world. We might be. We in your city. We in your city. big part of us, just as much as you. We love you and we love Steve and your channel. We go way back to when y'all used to do content together and have him in your videos a lot more. So, I know what you went through and we love you, Ellen. We've been through a lot of things together and we've seen your journey along the way that you've been going through on your channel. So we love you, Ellen. You know, I just want to tell you that, you are loved all around YouTube. There's a lot of people that have love for you. So shout out to Ellen and shout out to Steve. We love Steve. And he's always gonna be loved through you, through us. We miss y'all content together. So keep doing what you could continue doing what you're doing, Ellen. Don't let nothing slow you down. I mean, you're doing a good job over there. You know. Now let's see what Snapback got to say, cause she always got something slick to say. This woman right here. I don't know if she's on that side of y'all screen and I'm pointing at her right now. Y'all can see me pointing at her. I want to know, Right here, you hear me?
We're called to make an impact. We're not called to be popular. We're not called, to become rich. God say that He's given us the ability to get wealth. And wealth is not just about dollars. It's about changing lives. That's how you become wealthy. You have to have an answer. You're an answer to a problem. You the solution. And when you become the solution, you can't help but to become wealthy. And wealth is not just how much money you have. You might have stocks, bonds, all those things. And knowledge and wisdom, all that's wealth. And so I want to tell you, Ellen, and everybody on here, we are so happy that you're a part of the community, the phenomenal tribe, my the Shine family, the Champion Nations, Ellen, the Smiles family. I tell y'all to, give your community a name. So when we come together, we become one. We're not no longer just individual separate entities. We become one large family, and the family have, just like your brothers and sisters moved out. They may have moved out the country, but they come back. So we want y'all to know that we love y'all. We're part of the family. We are not trying to compete with you guys. We're kind of trying to complete you all. We want y'all to grow up, and we want y'all to elevate as we elevate. We're not trying to get up here and then lord over you all. We're pulling you, saying, come on. We're extending an olive branch. Well, we ain't pulling y'all, 'cause that's a lot of work. We extending a olive branch, and we gently, are coming. So I'm excited that Ellen is in here. I haven't seen her in a while. I'll go on our page and look at her stuff. But I want you to know that we love you, Ellen, and we are here. We want to support you. We want to see you monetize. We want to see Steve legacy live on, because Steve did make a difference. And what's important for me is when I leave here, that we make a difference. I leave an imprint, not an imprint of I had made money, I was popular, imprint that I changed lives. Because when you change lives, then do you live on forever? When you make money, that's all you just made is money. But when you leaving a legacy and you making an imprint, they'll be talking about you. Dr. Miles Monroe, they still talking about him. A lot of Martin Luther King, they still talking about him. Harriet Tubman, they still talking about him. Warren Buffett, he's still alive, but I bet you they're gonna be talking about him. Because why? They made imprints that will change your mind and change your life. So if you change your mind, your mindset, and you start becoming global and not just me, my, and I, then you guess what? You will live forever. Cause somebody gonna be saying, Snapback said, Nemo said, Casey said, Lashonda said, lyrics and on its own. That's how we live through. That's how real life is. Not about how many persons you have. That mess gonna deteriorate. Not how many houses you have. You see floods and hurricane come. Those are temporary things. What are you doing to leave something permanent? I'm making impacts.
Make it last forever, for real, forever. You want to make, come on now. You want to make it last forever though. You want to be able to make a classic, not a one hit wonder. You don't want a one hit wonder. You want something that you could come back and listen to 40, 50 years down the road and still resonate with it. You want to be able to feel it in your soul, feel it in your body, that you could still, yeah, that Key Sweat. I love some Key Sweat, guys. If y'all know who Key Sweat is, they would have turned on that Key Sweat, light the candles up, get that boom box. Let me stop playing. I'm not gonna talk about all that on here. This ain't the live for that. Look, for real. But for real, you want something that you can listen to 40, 50 years down the road, a classic, something that came out, in 1960, but it's still popping today. What, for like 60 years later, you can still listen to that song and be like, man, he made a lot of sense. And you want to though. You want to make it last forever, guys. You want to be able to like go back and you might be dead, but your grandkids could come to that and be like, they could redo the video and be like, look what my granddaddy did. And then they play that video 20 more years down the road. It'd be 100 years and people still resonate with that video. That's what you really wanna listen to, because some people make one hit wonders and you never see them again. You don't want to be that one hit wonder. You don't. I see you. Oh man, but yeah, like great music, great art. Like let's just take the Mona Lisa for example. People still talking about the Mona Lisa and how long ago the Mona Lisa was painted. Come on, you want to make that Mona Lisa. You want to be the Mona Lisa of the YouTube. Let's put it that way. You want to be the Mona Lisa of the YouTube, or of YouTube. So be Mona Lisa of YouTube. Drop something that your people could come back and always look at, and look at it like a work of art. Because you are artists. Look, you're an artist if you're making content. You're a content creator. You're an artist. If you're making music, you're an artist. If you're painting, you're an artist. If you're dropping videos on here, you're an artist. It's all about what you do. You're an artist in some kind of way. So continue to keep dropping content. Even if it's just for you, it don't have to be about the monetization. Like mine is my weight loss journey to kind of lately to kind of track my own steps back. Like where I could go watch it 5 months from now and be like, dang, that was my progression. I really lost this much weight. And I'm looking back at my older videos, my face looking all, I'm like, man, what the hell? Yeah, looking like a puff fish. And I came a long ways. It might only be 42 pounds, but to me, that's a lot, you know, and I'm still gonna strive for more. 5 more months. Am I gonna start bulking up? Am I gonna see lines in my muscles? You hear me? I want to see if I'm gonna start building this chest up a little bit and lift more. So I'm gonna see the progression through my YouTube videos. It's basically like a digital diary. You can always come back and just see where your progression was at. And that's how I feel too. You're an artist. Put that art to work. Be the Mona Lisa, because you are the Mona Lisa. Oh,
Lisa.
because you gotta believe in yourself. Because some people can't make content. They scared to get on the mic. Don't be afraid to get on the mic. You never know. You might be the voice that wants to be heard all around the whole wide world. But like the next Elon Musk, the next Warren Buffett is out there, and they could be in New Orleans, they could be in Chicago, they could be in Chirac, like they could be in Baltimore, but they never gonna know because they don't believe in themselves. And they could be the next Elon Musk, they could be the next Warren Buffett, but they don't believe in themselves. And if you don't believe in yourself, how you ever gonna know if you are the next Elon Musk, the next Warren Buffett, the next Bill Gates? You have to believe in yourself. You have to take leaps of faith. You have to. Miss Do It Yourself. Miss Do It Yourself. Look, I'm about to put my boy in the background. You hear me? Let's see. Let's do. You're messing up. You hear me?
In someone's life. They have young people that watches us. Whether we choose to have them in our channel or not, young children may come in and so you can inspire them to want to do better, to motivate and encourage that they want to do better. And that's what we're on here. And even if it's not on here in your community, children watch us, people watch us. Michael Jackson got it right when he say somebody watching you. They watching you. He got it right. And Snapback say they watching you, so you might as well shine. Shine, baby, shine.
Yeah. I feel like somebody watching me. Look, and even if you feel like nobody's watching your channel, if you just got 3 views, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos where people they only had 3 or 4 views. Their first few videos, really their first 20, 40 videos, 20 to 40 videos, they had like 4 views, but they never gave up. And guess how much views they getting now? 200,000, 300,000. They started with 4 little views, 5 little views, but them 4 or 5 people gave them faith to keep going, keep dropping more keep dropping more content. And now look at their channel. I don't know the people exactly, but I just been watching random people, and it's phenomenal. It is. What did that see? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, that's like a little face. That's supposed to be like a I guess like a face, yeah, like a little dot. I don't know.
The young people are trying to teach us something, but some of us are so set in our own ways that we want to expand our horizon. So when one person would put in a W on mine, I wanted to know what it means. It means winner. So once we learn some of the stuff, then we're able to communicate. It's like a different language. They saying one thing and we think they saying something else. I feel like this is my own network. That's right. This is your network, baby. Shine at your own pace.
If y'all ain't watch her last video, she got that part 2 out, going on part 3. Boogie Time dropped a video today as well. I know you watched her video because I seen you in the comments. But Shauna watched her video. I seen it with the vitamins, with the protein, with the drinking, the water. Miss Do It Yourself. She got that part 2, and hopefully she'll drop a part 3 until the thing is finished. Maybe a part 4 or part 5. Let me see. Make sure I ain't freezing up. You know, um, shout out to everybody. Y'all been dropping content. I ain't been able to get on everybody's page now. I don't want to tell you no kind of lie. But y'all know I ain't got too much time. I'm gonna try to make my way to some of y'all channel. Snapback been going live more than anything. I'm proud of this one. So shout out to a lot of y'all. Y'all doing phenomenal things. Lashana, she might be fully monetized. She might be like at 38, 3,900 hours. She's only she's right there at the finish line. Don't have to worry about no hours again. Now, LaShawn, I was gonna ask you, are you gonna continue doing live now that you're fully monetized, like 5 days a week? Are you gonna switch it up and do 2 or 3 days a week and focus on long form content? You know, I don't know what you're gonna be doing, or if you're gonna continue to keep doing 5 days a week. But you're so close. Look, that's probably gonna be within a week she gets her monetization. But that's one thing I wanted to ask you. Like, are you gonna take well, you don't have to be because you ain't gotta chase no hours no more. Are you gonna switch it up to maybe 3 days a week, or are you gonna stay 5 days a week on live, or are you just gonna do long form content, maybe 2 days a week go live, or are you gonna stick to your same schedule? Because sometimes, once you get the mileage, you want to take a little break. Sometimes. or focus more on your long form content. So you're still gonna be doing the 5 days. That's good. That's good. And then once you fully monetize, you can start dropping them long. You probably already got some long form videos, knowing you probably saved up, ready for them ads to get on there. Hopefully you'll have some already uploaded and just ready to pop off when them. Because look, once you reach 4,000, you automatically approved because you're already a partner. So you ain't got to go through the process of like the 3,000. So as soon as you hit 4,000, you can turn the ads on right then and there. And it's about 3 o'clock your time that it updates in the morning time. So you sometimes you be up at 3 in the morning, so you'll probably be able to just turn your ads on that same night. So you gonna be straight, like because you usually a night owl. You be up at 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, so you'll be able to turn your ads on the same day you get monetized. And it's gonna be a party. Another person on the team monetized, and that's what I like seeing. I like seeing the whole team win, guys. It ain't about just one person being monetized. It's about us revolving around each other and helping each other out. And that's why I say, even if people's monetized, watch them ads all the way through, and make sure you're watching people's videos all the way through. Don't do that fake love because there's so much love that we can show around, you know, and help each other out in so many different ways. If you gotta think about it, if everybody just did that to everybody, then the whole world would be straight. But there's a lot of just selfish people out here. Imagine if it was 5, 10,000 people all doing it to each other and just helping each other out, just watching. But it ain't gonna work like that always. That's just how the game goes. You know how the game go over there. I see you snap back. You know what January is, huh? Birthday. You know what that May 5th is, huh? That May 19th, huh? What about that May 5th? We got two birthdays in here. It's May 5th and May 19th. You know, I'm good with birthdays now. Don't. There you go. There you go. You know what it is. It's June 24th. Yep, June 24th. Once you tell me that birthday is locked in his head right here.
I wonder if they could go back and retrieve it because some things can be retrieved. So find out with your school before you really give up because they may be able to retrieve it for you, baby. And I pray that is not because the school system especially they have the cloud and they have a way they may be able to go back and they may do it for you. I'm just praying for you that it can happen so that you won't lose all your stuff or that God give you the remembrance to get it back together real quick. So I'm sorry to hear that. Hey Zipper, take off my alarm because my alarm gonna go off at 3 o'clock and it's gonna freeze me. So I'm
And every one of y'all, Miss Do It Yourself, LaShawn, Booger Time. Y'all continue to be y'all, continue to drop content. Shout out to everybody in the chat, Ounce of Paradise. Y'all continue to just knit you. Shout out to Nitya. She's getting closer and closer to her full monetization. Y'all just keep dropping content, staying consistent. Believe in yourself. Always believe in yourself. Y'all got this. It might be a little work. It might take you longer than other people. You might not be as monetized or as quick as some people. And some people ain't worried about monetization quick. Like LaShawn says, it could be turtle power. You might not be worried about getting monetized quick. Some people might be worried about getting monetized quick because they just want to knock them hours out the way and not have to worry about it again or have to chase if they're getting close to their hours or not, or if their hours gonna drop off. So, but y'all keep doing, y'all keep going and doing y'all things, guys. You know, y'all keep doing what y'all do. I probably won't be in your live. I got work tonight, but I'll try to make it one. I'm gonna try to watch the replay. I did watch one of your replays while I played it on my laptop. I was listening to it. I wasn't really watching it, You know, I know you be sitting in your chair, you be champion nation, woo woo, and you be talking about some good subjects. But I had it playing, and I had it up loud where I could hear, you know, because we want to see y'all win. You know, like Lashana says, we love you, we believe in you, and we want to see you win. Turtle Power, Champion Nation, woo woo. We was look, the Shine family, the Snapback Tribe, everybody. Y'all will be phenomenal, guys. And you have to be phenomenal. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be nothing less than phenomenal. You know, like if you don't have self confidence, like I feel like confidence could go a long ways in you as well. Because you have to build up confidence to get on the camera. Some people ain't got they scared to talk in front of a camera. And I'm not gonna lie, a long time ago I used to be one of the people. And then you have to look at it like this, look at it like this, like life's too short. You know, life is too short. Continue to keep, you know, like why be afraid of anything in this world? And that's why I be talking about leaps of faith so much. You know, the least thing that can happen to you is that you get rejected, and it is what it is if you get rejected. You know, it is what it is. You tried, you did the best in your ability to see if something was gonna work out for you, and who knows, something phenomenal might happen if you take that leap of faith. You know, something might happen. Something might be phenomenal over there. You know, you never know. You gotta take that leap of faith and just go for it. I want to see you talk over there with your glasses on, woman, or on this side, whatever side you on. Me, but take that leap of faith and believe in yourself. Be confident. You ain't gotta be too cocky now. Don't be cocky and confident. You know, because you'll always have a come down. You know, but be confident. Believe in yourself. You ain't gotta be all cocky and remain humble is what I like to say. You know, I like to be humble. I'm not gonna be over here all cocky like I might be cocky one day. You hear me lifting the weights and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna be cocky right now. I'm gonna remain humble. Yes, ma'am.
To freeze and I'm trying not to freeze. And you're making some very valid points. So I'm just excited that we're on here together. I'm excited that our community is on here. Shelly, good night, baby. Sleep well. You know, we're working towards, even building our personal community and humble, being humble. LaShonda system says being humble is magnetic. It draw that same type of people to you. And so Miss Do It Yourself say thank you, Boogie Time. We are all working together to help each other. Because if I see your blind spot, you really can't see your own blind spot, to be honest with you, even with driving. That's why you have side view mirrors so that you can look on the side to see. But there's blind spots. So when you have a community, the community could see your blind spot. Last night, well, this morning I looked at it, but last night, Lashana was Shana was saying that Nydia told her that the super chats wasn't on. Sometimes they have glitches, but also people may even try to use some of your stuff. Nydia told me she seen somebody advertising or some glasses or something, so I'm trying to find it. If y'all see somebody and y'all think they is not a part of the community and they using other people things, let them know. Because if you don't, we may not know or see. If I see something, you see something, say something. We are each other blind spot. We help to keep each other. You can't do everything by yourself. Hey, real life YouTube granddaughter, we can't do everything by ourselves. And they will help people because I'm on TikTok. They was trying to use my name. They put a two by it, and I definitely contacted on TikTok. But all these people, especially as you get higher, y'all done got monetized. People gonna be trying to use your name. Why? They don't want to put in the work. They want to take what you got worked for. When you put in the work, then why you ain't put in no work? Why is you trying to take the things? Why you trying to take some? I'm gonna say this too. There will be takers and fakers. So, but you can't. But in reality, you can't do what I could do, even if I give you the blueprint. Why? Because you don't have what I have. We all have something different to offer our audience. So my audience resonate with my big loud mouth. You know, my audience come to you and you ain't like me. They gonna be like, this ain't the real deal. What's up? I see it a lot of times on Facebook. If I'm your friend once, I ain't trying to be your friend 10 times. And when I see something, I look. I examine the page, and a lot of times they have a very few, they have very little content on the page, and people just be joining. I'm like, why you joining them people? I contact them and ask, did you change your page? And they be like, nope. Because there's something in us that will tell us something is off and it's not the real deal. We have to listen to intuition, listen to God's um I can't think of the D word. But listen to it and make sure we follow true, because we could tell. It's like there's a compass in our heart that will tell us, when it's deception. It will tell us when it's true. It will tell us when it's wrong. So that's what that's about. I'm happy Nemo crashing over there, y'all. Look at him, look at him. He's so sleepy. Discernment. Thank you, thank you, Lashana. Discernment. I couldn't think of discernment. God give us discernment. And you know it in your heart, but we be like, I'm bad, y'all. I'm gonna just give him another chance. Maybe what they said and doing ain't right. Maybe I'm missing it. But God will give us discernment, and we just have to follow suit. And sometimes it's hard because it's people that we invest in and invest in us. But they could change and we could change too. When you growing together, see what happens a lot of times. The reason why relationships don't last, because people grow apart. You start making an impact and doing things for your life. And uh I like to tell all the time. You know, sometimes what we do, we make investments in people, and when it's over, it's hard. We don't want to let go. Why? Because we made investments. But that investment, if you stay with spoiled milk long enough, it's gonna stink. I don't care if you brought the milk and it cost $20. So you got to be willing to let it go. Let it go. Another load has TKO. It's out of You're out of here. That's what the umpires say. Well, we hold on to spilled milk just because you will be able to purchase something else. You'll be able to purchase something new. And that's what we have to know. We don't have to cling to that what was, because life changed, people change. I haven't been to New Orleans since 2007. That's where I was at majority of my years of my life, until 1998, 96, 96, almost 30 years. So New Orleans have changed a lot from 2007 because the hurricane took a lot of things out. So it would be irrational and foolish for me to go back there saying, "Oh, everything is different. Where is this at?" Life change. Within you, you will change. I'm older now, so that's things I can't do. That's things I don't want to do. So when we learn to read, I like to say, read the signs, read the season. There's a season and a time under everything under the sun. When you were younger, you're a younger mama, you could do different things. When you get older, it changes. Go eat soul food when you go there. Oh, sweet soul food. They didn't have it when I was there, and some of y'all didn't like beignets. What's wrong with y'all people? I ain't had beignets in a long time. Can somebody give me a number one if they want me to put Nemo in a timeout? I ain't had beignets in a long time. Can I get a one so I can put Nemo in a timeout? Y'all give me a one. Give me a one. Come on, one. Come on, one.
Crab cake. Here they got some good crab cake. And look, I'm still a fat boy at heart, so I love to eat some crab cakes. I don't know if y'all like them Baltimore Maryland crab cakes. I'm just looking like an Eskimo over here, guys. Y'all know I like to act a fool while I'm in Snapbacks live. That's what we do over here. We like to have a majestic live, you know. We just come in here. We come in here. We just be what we want to be, you know. Look, what Boogie said, I done cook live. Yeah. And then look at his shoulder to the South Park character. Kenny, it's me, Kenny. Oh, let me take my hoodie out.
I love Boogie. I love Boogie. Boogie, I want to tell you this. And it's for all of y'all, but I'm talking to Boogie right now, and I like to talk specifically to people. Boogie, I want to tell you this: you got a phenomenal gift. You know, God is using you, and I don't even know if you realize how much He uses you. All y'all, but I'm talking to Boogie right now. Boogie have a way with words, and she have a way to see things that some people see it, but she don't just see it; she say it. You know, Lashonda was saying you see it, you see it, you say something, you see and say. So our group is just so full with so much talent and wisdom and creativity. So Boogie spoke. I've seen her speak many things into existence since I've been around her. And some people, hey, OG, some people will see it, but they're afraid to say it because they're afraid that their thoughts or ideal might be cut down. Beignets are awesome. If Creole de Monde tastes undercooked, that messed up. Oh, that's what she was talking about. I thought she was talking about Nemo was undercooked. You know what? They must have was Russian, or they may taste like that. It's been so long since I had beignets. But she said they taste undercooked. I thought she was saying you was undercooked. So okay.
It up as much sugar as you want. But that's just the fat boy in me talking, you know. Yeah, I can still be a foodie. I can still be a foodie. I might be, I might not have no cheat days, but I can still think about it. I can still think about it. Yeah. I want some pizza. I want some pasta. I want some pizza. But I'm gonna wait till my next vacation at work here. I'm gonna eat some pasta. I'm gonna eat some pizza. I'm gonna eat some everything, you know. But then I'm going back on my diet. I'm gonna be hitting the treadmill. I'm gonna be walking and talking, you know, 'cause I got the
People, I got some cucumbers and two from the farmer's market, and they taste great. Lashonda say, "Oh, her stuff was good, baby." Well, soul food was better than some of the other ones. OJ, what's up, real life? Oh yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. I like how Lashonda talk about food, y'all. Lashonda, Lashonda is a foodie too.
hydrated. You want to stay hydrated, baby. You know, you want to keep every part of your body hydrated. 90% water, nutrients, Five. Can't go wrong with that watermelon. Something water. Yes, man. Like water, water.
Hey, get your watermelon, lady. Lady, come get your watermelon. I'm the fruit man. Come get your watermelon, red to the rhyme, sweet as honey. Hey, let me pluck it for you, baby. And you make it, they say they make it dance, but you pop it. And when they give you a sound, what? I'm talking about the red ones. When I was coming up, they ain't have yellow that I knew about. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about. You talking about the ripe spot. I thought you meant the yellow inside because they got yellow meat watermelon. Minnesota, I might not be able to get back in. They put you out, you might not be able to come back in. Nowadays, you know what was cool this morning? It was like 60 something or 50 something this morning. I had a jacket on. I put the heat on a little bit. Hey, burnt cookie. This guy is in shock. Are you in shock? Or are you talking about Nemo?
Yes, sir. Down by the river.
Not too long ago. How it go, Nemo? I don't even know how that song go. That's the only part I know. I was born. Hey, burn cook. Hey, burn dough. Nemo stuck in a trance. Hey, hello. I was born by the river, right where the water flow. Where Nemo ain't gonna be. Yeah, I'll be at the river where y'all can look for me. The river, the river. Mhm. Wait, Nemo, wait, Nemo, wait, Nemo. I'm gonna give it back to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mama B. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Shelly. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, OG. Happy birthday, you and your son too. You are amazing, are wonderful, abundant, brilliant, bright, and bold. Happy birthday to the June person people out there who will make the flow, baby. It's summertime. They don't feel like it in Minnesota though. It's summertime. Not in Minnesota. Our calendar went to sleep and it forgot to wake up. What about y'all? What about you? Nemo, you can have the flow, baby, baby, baby.
England. We don't care if you're in Hong Kong. We don't care if you're in Canada, Jamaica. Welcome to the show. But we like to bring positivity. And we like to just show love to every single body in the world. Because that's what it's about. Showing love, being positive, believing in yourself, staying motivated, staying encouraged. Welcome to the show where we show nothing but that. Snapback Phenomenal Show. Tune in. We do pop up lives. You might see Snapback go live and just tell you how phenomenal you are. She might help you monetize your greatness from deep down inside. And listen, if it's your birthday, like LaShawn said, treat every day like it's your birthday. And just keep going, guys. Treat every day like it's your birthday. and keep living. Keep being the best person that you can be. Keep believing in yourself. Remember, you are phenomenal. You are great. Nobody, look, you might go down, but you won't go under. And let Snapback finish the rest of the quote.
House. You hiding behind a curtain, Nemo. You through? You've been goofing off all day, Nemo. I keep telling you, if they give me a one, I'm putting you in a timeout. But nobody won't let me put you in a timeout, Nemo. They love Nemo 504 Ghost Lady.
I didn't know if I freeze up when I go out the screen for a second, you know? Yeah, I know.
That's it. Party like this.
Have fun with your life. Like, go enjoy life. Get out. Go do something. It ain't all about YouTube all the time. Make content while you're doing it too. You know, like go have fun, guys. Go out and enjoy the world a little bit. Even if it's in your own city. Look, pack your bags, take a flight, just go. Even if like take your friend with you, your spouse with you, the person that you love or the person that you with, take them with you. Go out, go have some damn fun. Stop waiting. Like, life ain't always promised tomorrow. Go enjoy that. Go have fun, guys. Go do it. I encourage you to get out and go enjoy life. You know, time is a very valuable commodity, and time does fly by. Next thing you know, look, we're already halfway through 2025, and I remember making videos talking about, yeah, we 2 months to 2025, so it's been 8 months already since I dropped that video. Think about it. Yeah. Next thing you know, we're gonna be saying 6 months to 2025 is over with, then we're gonna be like, it's 2026. We're gonna be dropping videos. Next thing you know, we're gonna be doing Vlogmas videos again. Vlogmas day one, Vlogmas day two, Vlogmas day three, and the next thing you know, Happy New Year. And then it's Valentine's Day. You're gonna be with your lover somewhere with that key sweat, with them candles lit, with that boom box playing. Talk about make it last forever, ever. Come on, stand back. Oh my goodness.
Take you over or take over you. And Nemo in the beginning, Nemo was saying to take a walk. He took a walk today. He wanted to go connect with his mom. And so he brought people along. Oh, I'm freezing again? I'm frozen? Well, if y'all could hear me, press one. If y'all could hear me. Okay. Nemo frozen. Okay, stay frozen, Nemo. Keep your mouth closed, Nemo. So Nemo was talking about he went to the river and he wanted to go, walk and talk about his mom. But he shared some things what to do. So I'm gonna say this, social media can take over any addiction. So what you need to do is acknowledge, what, I don't want social media, I don't want this to take over. So we have to do some things to safeguard against addiction taking over our life. Acknowledging, yeah, I need help. Sometimes you need help, not just your friends, your family. Sometimes you need some professional help, and it's okay. Seek help. Nemo talked about being outside is great therapy. Taking a walk is great exercise because your mind, your body, it gives you a chemistry. It's the same as a good feeling chemistry, the same chemistry as being taken care of. Say yes, safeguard ourselves. So it is so important that we get out, and you get out in the community, you get out in the fresh air. If you want to take a walk and it's too hot, they got a lot of malls, and the malls have places where you can enjoy it. That's a dangerous place though, because you buying up spending money. Well, oh, and then
Don't get the walk.
got really sick, they didn't get enough vitamin D. This vitamin D you get from the sun. So getting out there in that sun just your body regenerate in your mind and all that. It is a great mood booster. Shelly say A triple A. What is that? Triple A, it mean a lot of different things. But for me, triple A mean my car people, if I need somebody to come and give me a jump start or whatever, that's what triple A is for me. I don't know what triple A mean or whoever is.
It's the car company. You hear me? I mean, like if you break down, they come get you. You hear me? Like they come take care of you. They gonna make sure you ain't stranded on the side of that road stressing, and be, they gonna come take care of your car. That's what AAA is. I didn't even know what AAA is. When my car broke down, my friends were saying, "You ain't got AAA." I said, "What is that? A battery?" You hear me? They said, "No, that ain't no battery." That's how I found out though. I don't have no AAA. I ain't got no roadside assistance. If my car break down, I better get to pushing and push that thing on the side of the road as quickly as possible. Call the tow truck. I got the cheap insurance. I got the cheapest, dude.
Separate so they won't be trying to go up on my bill. So Nemo, you have any final words? Because we're gonna be closing up shop.
I love y'all. I want y'all to continue winning. I want you to continue to write down goals, try to accomplish some goals. Write down some goals for the end of 2025 that you want to accomplish and set a date for it. Like if the end of 2025 is your goal and your achievement date, try to achieve that goal. Write down your goals. Take a screenshot of your goal. Put it as a screensaver of your phone so you can be reminded when you open up your phone, like, that's my goal. I'm going to achieve that goal. And change your mindset. Just change your mindset, and a lot of things can happen. Change your mindset. It's all about mindset, guys. And that's with anything that you do. Have a positive mindset. If you're chilling around negative people, kick them negative people to the curb. Don't let their negative vibes get to you. Nobody likes all that negativity and that hate. I love it because I'm trying to show some positivity to you. If you do bring some negativity and some hate over here, I'm just gonna hit you with a big smile, tell you I love you, and come over there to your channel and shower you with love. 'Cause guess what? I might change. Now, I'm gonna hand it over to you, Snapback, Trishana Coach.
That is amazing. I love to come in y'all lives and I'm learning so much. I just did a video on mindset and mentioned you, Nemo. That's what Tracy said. So we'll check it out, Tracy. So yes, we are just entwined with each other. Let me say this for real, for real. If you start feeling some kind of way about somebody, pray about it. Don't let jealousy is a green eye monster. Jealousy will kill. Jealousy will kill characters. You start talking about people bringing down their character, or jealousy will physically kill. There's some good in it. There's something we could find good in everyone. And sometimes it may be hard, but there's something good. And if there's nothing good at all, then leave them alone. And I wasn't saying this because of what happened on YouTube, but people are taking now, they're taking, they're having wars or bidding wars. That's crazy. YouTube is so big, and we can never touch everyone. Our circles is real close now, But as we grow, our circles will grow. Our circle will grow. New people coming in, new ideas, new thoughts. Boogie from Louisiana hard. Her, you heard me? Oh, you heard me? I haven't talked country like that in a long time, y'all. And when they be saying you heard me, a little Woody, baby, I don't say baby and all that no more. What happened, you two? I'm out of the loop. Well, somebody unalived a couple because they were fighting over something that was said or whatever. You're gonna have to look it up. You know, so yeah, I don't know all the details. I've seen different bits and pieces, but go check out Nydia um post, and she kind of talked about it. I don't know if she dropped the people name or not. And so that person went to Vegas and they was sharing where they was at, and the person came looking for him and his wife, premeditated, because he rode around looking, and because somebody said something, he said, she said, and so it's sad. Now somebody's in jail and two people, perfect, beautiful lives are gone. So we have to be careful. Don't take antagonize nobody that's crazy. Sometimes we want to be therapists. I worked as a rehab counselor on my job. I wasn't a therapist, and I didn't play like one on TV either. So when you need help, you get that help. Our job was to work with people that was more stable, and so a couple got pew because his views was going down and because of the couple. Yeah, so um that's it in a nutshell. So I just want to tell you guys, I'm gonna stay focused too. You all are amazing, phenomenal, beautiful, bright, bold, and I just want to say I'm so grateful to be a part of the community that we are in. Each of us have our own community, but we also a part of a community at large. God gave Lashana of success a vision, but it wasn't a vision just for her. We all can have 1,000+ content creators or people in our lives if we stay focused and we don't allow our minds to wander and figure out, what, that's her thing. No, it's a generic thing. It was a comment that was made. If it's not trademarked, it's up for grab. She just say, if people ask where it come from, give her credit. Say Lashonda. We all have dreams. We all have visions. We all have babies. So therefore, we all can use that same. And some people want to use taglines or hashtags and this and that. Some of the stuff she was talking about is true. I'm gonna be honest. I don't agree with everything people say. I don't even agree with myself sometimes. So the things I agree with, that's what resonate with you. That's what you connect. The part you don't agree with, just don't throw the baby away with the bathwater. Attach to the part you agree, the part you don't agree with, let it go. Cause we all gonna say things that you're gonna agree with. We all gonna say things you disagree with. Why? We human. We have a human experience. So I just wanted to say that as we step out into the unknown, that we learn how to respect and validate each other. It's okay for you to have a dream or the desire. Nemo is he's a Mr. Phenomenal. He haven't trademarked this, so you are phenomenal too. Some things are just a vision of what God have us. What you showing us, little boy? Oh, Boogie Book. We are uniquely and wonderfully made. Yes, he's showing us the books that he read, and so that's how you build yourself too. You build yourself up by reading people that's alive and people that's moved on. That's why some things never ever never leave. It's you keep recycling. And so be careful what you ingest, because if you ingest the wrong thing, then it's gonna mess you up. Boogie time to shine. He's showing y'all boogie. Pew. Okay. Chew. Boogie say chew the meat and throw out the bones. I hear chew the meat and spit out the bones. I heard don't throw the baby away with the bathwater. Double tap, and that's how we have to do it. Y'all gonna see on my page, y'all gonna see the snapback stuff, but you're gonna see some of the same writing. 1,000+ new content creator. That's 1,000+ new content creator community. We connected, we interconnected. It's not just her thing. We are a circle. Her community is the turtles. So don't be like, well, it's not mine. I didn't come up with it, but guess what? You could come up with something too. If it resonates, then we all will join in. So that's what I wanted to say. As I get ready to close up this shop, tomorrow I'll probably jump on in the morning because some of my people it's nighttime for them. That's because Nemo trying to talk while I'm talking. He needs to be in timeout. Yo, Nemo is Nemo. Behave. Since I can't put you in a timeout. Um, Nemo is freezing. I didn't see. Nemo, she just said don't talk, but show the books, Nemo. Shh, shh. So I just want to encourage y'all and motivate y'all to continue doing. He's frozen for me too. Continue to do.
I got buku books. I gotta go get more books. This is Shayla's other book. Well, Boogie Time. Y'all call it Boogie Time. I call it Shayla. I call you Tashon. I don't really call you Snapback. I call people by their real names on here because that's what I feel like we family. So if y'all see me calling people by real names, it's like I'm bonded with my subscribers. So I don't really call people by their stage name. I mean, that's just how I am. Like I call Miss Do It Yourself Adrian. Y'all might call her Miss Do It Yourself, but I call people by their real names. Like I call you Miss Johnson. You might not like it, but I'm gonna call you Miss Johnson. I'm sorry, Miss Johnson. Ooh, I am for real. Let's go, Miss Johnson. I know you're about to end this up. You probably tired, ready to go cut some grass or something. Notifications, be alert of when the live comes on, and you'll get that ding, ding, ding. Oh, we all frozen. It's all good. We just too cold. We just too cold for this live. They don't know how to handle it. We like a cold cut or whatever y'all call it. But all right, Snapback, we're going again very soon. The Snapback Phenomenal Show. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to tune out, all right? Yeah, y'all stay phenomenal. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming to the Snapback Phenomenal Show. We will be back soon with another topic. And just chill with y'all and have a good time with y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. Toodaloo.
You won't go under because you are an overcomer. Overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of your testimony. We will see you again on these YouTube streets. Join to put your notification button on so when the Snapback Phenomenal Show come, you won't miss it. We love y'all. Have a blessed day. And remember, peace and blessings. We're signing off.